tuned in to that praisey station, Praise.fm, where we get our praise on. 24 hours, 7 days a week.
Come on, right here.
It was the blood
Shed on Calvary. Come on.
shed on Calvary.
No greater love
No greater love
can ever be shown to me.
can ever be shown to me.
I smile while I praise,
I smile while I pray,
because I'm as happy.
'cause I'm as happy as I can be.
I can never repay. Come on.
I can never repay the debt he paid for me.
Come on. I smile while I pray.
I smile while I praise, 'cause I've never knew love like this before.
He opened my eyes.
He opened my eyes and I've never knew love like this before.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised when I never knew love like this before.
He opened my eyes.
He opened my eyes and I never knew love like this before.
Right here, verse 2. I made some mistakes.
Made some mistakes and I regret them in every way. But forgiveness and grace has washed them all away. The sin and the shame is always trying to bring me down. But he raises me up and honors me with the
I'm a child of the King.
I'm a child of the King, and I've never knew love like this before.
He opened my eyes.
He opened my eyes, and I've never knew love like this before.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised, but I never knew love like this before.
This section right here, what y'all doing?
He opened my eyes, and I never knew love like this before.
Balcony, where y'all at? Right here. Eyes haven't seen.
Eyes haven't seen,
Ears haven't heard.
ears haven't heard,
There'll never be a love like this for sure.
love like this for sure. Come on, 'cause I've never knew love like this before.
He opened my eyes.
And I never
Yes, he did.
knew love like this before. I'm not surprised,
'Cause I never knew. I never knew.
before.
I'm a living witness.
He opened my eyes, and I never knew love like this before.
What a surprise! You never know. I never knew love like this.
One time, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Big E right here on the Listen If You Will Faith and Sports Radio Show. That's right, we got a radio show. Me and my boy Titus Showers, man. This is the Listen If You Will Faith and Sports Radio Show right here once again with your boy Big E. Want to welcome everybody back to the broadcast, to the program, to the show. We've been away, man. We had a lot of things going on throughout the Christmas holidays, the New Year's holiday, and then my boy got married. That's right, Titus Showers got married, you guys. Last week, I think it was January 13th, Titus and Miss Makisha, fiance, we don't say her last name, Miss Makisha, fiance, and Titus Showers became one last week or 2 weeks ago, 13th. So I think that was last weekend, January 13th, they both became one. Shout out to my boy Titus Shower. He isn't here right now. Titus is actually in Cancun. I'm hating him right now. Enjoying the sun, enjoying the beautiful beaches, enjoying everything that Mexico has to offer. So I'm hating. That's right, Titus. I'm hating. But it's all good, man. Shout out to my bro. Shout out to my sis, man. They had a beautiful ceremony, man. It was amazing. Shout out to the boss lady right quick, man. I got to give the boss lady, Regina Showers, Gordon, a big shout out. Let me tell y'all something. I've always heard this talk from my wife about, man, Regina's the singer, man. I mean, you know, everybody could sing, but Regina's the singer. So, you know, I'm sitting in the church, man, chilling, and I'm looking at boss lady over there to my left. And I'm like, well, why boss lady not with the rest of the people? You know, why she's not, you know, with the bridesmaid? I know she dressed up in her bridesmaid attire, and she was over there by the musician, chilling with Jameric. Shout out to Jameric. Chilling over there with them and Jason High. Shout out to the awesome band. Jason, Michael, man, everybody. I don't know everybody, but I just know Jason and Michael. Shout out to the band. But she was over there chilling, right? And I'm like, why boss lady over there? And so, needless to say, boss lady got up to sing. All right. Now, let me tell y'all something. If y'all haven't heard Regina Showers, Gordon sing outside of the Showers family when they were together as a group, let me tell you, I'm going to say I ain't going to say she killed it. She murdered the Lord's Prayer. Let me tell you something. She sang the heck out of that song to the point where I almost threw my cell phone at her. I literally threw my cell phone, left my hand. She killed that song. So shout out to the boss lady, man. Hope the video is coming soon. You will see exactly what I'm talking about. When I tell you she killed the song, she killed the song. But anyway, once again, shout out to my bro. Shout out to my sis, Titus and Makisha Showers. Yes, sir. Senior, because Titus is a senior. I mean, his son, Titus Jr. So shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Titus Showers Sr. Right here from the Listen If You Will Faith-Based and Sports Radio Show. Now, guys, we're doing it a little different today. Titus isn't here, so I'm going to be trying to do the show solo dolo today, and we're going to recap some things for the NFL playoff, the wild card weekend. Excuse me. We're going to also talk about my HBCU moments. We're going to institute a HBCU moment. Shout out to all my HBCU. Shout out to Coach Prime and his transition to Colorado. Shout out to TC, I think his last name Taylor, down in Jackson State for taking over as the head coach of the Jackson State Tigers. So we're gonna be highlighting some things. We're gonna also cover some NBA news today, and we're gonna play some wonderful music for you guys today. So without further ado, man, we're gonna get away for right quick. We're gonna play another song, and we'll be back with our NFL recap from playoff weekend, from wild card weekend, and everything going forward. Let's go.
They say this mountain can't be moved. They say these chains will never break. But they don't know you like we do. There is power in your name. We've heard that there is no way through. We've heard the tide will never change. They haven't seen what you
right, guys, we're back, and that was my girl CeCe Winans with Believe right here on the Listen If You Will Faith in Sports radio show. I just love that song. Something about that song. Lord, we just believe, believe. And I think that was one of Coach Prime's slogans over at Jackson State, now at Colorado. I believe. So all we can do is believe. So that was CeCe Winans right here on the Listen If You Will Faith in Sports radio show. All right, guys, so we're going to jump right into... All ready? We're going to jump into Wild Card Weekend in the NFL, January 14, 15, and 16 in the NFC. All right, so we're going to talk right quick about, some of the teams I don't even like because my team ain't in the Saints ain't there, so I don't really care about all that. Now I'm just playing, but some of the teams, they're rivals of the New Orleans Saints in the NFC South. So I'm kind of glad some of them did get beat. So let's jump right in, y'all. We're gonna jump in number one with the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. Now this game right here, I know San Francisco is that team. I have a good friend of mine, Juan Shug Watkins, man. He's a diehard bang, bang, Niner gang. That's all you bang, bang. Oh, man, I don't hear all that. But San Francisco look like they are that team. I'm going to be honest with you, man. That guy, Purdy, that rookie, man, man, let me tell you something. With him and the addition of Stephen McCaffrey, and they already had Debo and everybody else over there, man, 41-23. That was the score. 41-23, San Francisco, Seattle 23. Man, I watched bits and pieces of that game, and I could tell you from what I've seen, San Francisco is going to be a team to reckon with. And I think that they meet the Cowboys this week, and I think they go over to the Bay Area. Cowboys are traveling to the Bay Area. I am a sports guy. We have a sports show here, but I don't. I'm kind of prejudiced. If it ain't my teams, man, I don't really like, how I'm gonna have a sports show and not follow other teams, right? I follow them to a degree. I'm not, but I know. Okay. Titus, I know Titus where he'll be like, man, you're not a real sports guy, my guy. Yes, I am, bro. I don't like everybody. I follow my team. I am very partial to my team. Saints, Pelicans, Southern University Jaguars. You name them, that's my team. You see it right here on the shirt. HBCU, Southern University. That's who I'm with, SU. That's who I support. But, to have a sports show, you got to be diverse and you got to, so I understand that. So let's finish talking about the San Francisco 49ers and Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks, they're in the rebuilding stage. Everybody can say that. They got to be, man. They got to be. They haven't done nothing in the last couple of years, man. Russ is over at the Broncos struggling. I don't know if it's the coaching or if it's just, maybe some people may say the true Russell Wilson has shown up. And I want to know what's the true Russell Wilson, because I've heard some people say that, and I'm trying to figure out, like, what's the true Russell Wilson. It could be contributed to the team as far as our team as a whole. It could be the culture in the locker room. It could be, the coaching staff. I don't know. I'm not totally against or out on Russell right now. I just think that Russell needs to get the best situation around him in order for him and the team, in order for that team to flourish. So that's where I'm at with that. But I'm sorry to get off the subject, but I'm going through the NFC wild card weekend from January 14, 15, and 16. And next we have I don't even want to mention this team because I'm going to hear Pastor Bobby Showers Jr. Man, how they say it? Them boys, how they call it? How they say their slogan for the Cowboys? They cowgirls, So Cowboys beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 31-14. I'm glad they beat the Bucs because the Bucs is a part of NFC South. And all this hype surrounding Tom Brady, I hope it's over and done. Tom should have stayed home, saved his family, instead of coming back to football and losing his family. Because the agreement was between him and Giselle that he was going to retire and become a family man to his family and his kids. But no, that itch was still there. He had to go back and look what he did. He lost everything. And then he ends the season like he ended. That was humiliating. One thing you can't take away from Tom Brady is that he has 7 Super Bowl. He is the GOAT. Man, go out on top. Why come back and then tarnish your career or your record with this right here? You were on top. Go out on top. Why come back? Why? What else did you have to prove at 45 years old, man? And he's still speculating that he may come back next year. I don't get it. Is that greed? Because he got enough money. Is it greed or is it truly the love for the game? Help me understand because I'm kind of out on it. I'm trying to understand if that's in fact what it is because Tom Brady did not need to come back to football. He didn't have to come back. If it was me, I'd have stayed and saved my family. I mean, I've done everything I could do in football. I played a 22-year career. I've had 7 Super Bowls, numerous MVPs, buku accolades, and all the money I can handle. Why come back to the game of football and lose something precious and dear like my family? So I'm not going to stay on this subject and talk about Tom Brady because I'm tired of talking about Tom Brady. I was mad when Tom Brady came to my division. You know, I was mad when they was speculating that him and Sean Payton was trying to bring something to New Orleans. We don't need him in New Orleans. We really don't. You know, Tom Brady is who he is. He's done what he's done. Fine. Let's leave it at that. Let's move on. So, again, if Titus was here, you know, he'll be saying something against what I'm saying, but I ain't studying about Titus. He in Cancun, so he know I'm mad already. Now, enjoy yourself and don't worry about the show. I got this. So, I'm just playing, y'all. But yeah, man, Tom Brady, I wish he would honestly sit back and really, what's the word I'm looking for? Recollect on this past year and see if it's beneficial for him to come back next year. In my opinion, I don't think he needs to come back. I think he just needs to leave it alone, go about his business, and ride off in the sunset with his 7 Super Bowl championships, numerous MVPs, so on and so forth. He has accomplished more than any other guy has accomplished in that position in the NFL. So that's where I'm at with that. So Dallas Cowboys have advanced in the playoffs. Again, they're going to be taking on the San Francisco 49ers. And, man, I'm shocked. And I'm not shocked, but I'm shocked. Man, shout out to the dog, my dog, Big Chief. Big Chief Rocker up there in New York City, man. His New York Giants, man, and defeated the Minnesota Vikings 31-24. Now, that game right there, I did watch bits and pieces of that as well. Saquon Barkley is a special player. He did phenomenal, man. The Giants, Debo, what is his name? Dabo. The coach over there, man. I'm good coaching, man. They look good. I don't know. I see the Giants may be a sleeper. They may be a sleeper, but still got more football to play. You know, I just think they look good against the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings, I don't know, man. I think they finally realized that Kirk Cousins isn't the answer. You got too many weapons on that team. Kirk Cousins isn't the answer, man. So I don't know. I'm not sold on Kirk Cousins. I haven't been since I think he was with Washington Redskins, and then Kirk Cousins isn't the answer, y'all. And they gave him all that money. And see, that's the thing about it. And I always say this. I go back to this. The guys that do all these scouting reports and do this and be, getting ready for the draft and doing that, and the players that go undrafted is the one that come and shock the world. I know a couple of players that didn't go high in the draft, but look what they did in their NFL career. I have some family members that didn't go high in the draft, but finish on top. A lot of these guys, they get paid all this money to go out and scout these talent. And I don't know what they be seeing, but I need their job because I think I got a better eye than they have. And Kirk Cousins isn't the guy. He isn't the guy. So I'm telling you right now on the Listen, If You Will, Faith and Sports radio show, Kirk Cousins is not the answer for the Minnesota Vikings. Y'all need to go back to y'all conference table and y'all little cushy cush office over there in Minnesota and rethink this situation. There are some studs coming out in the draft. They got some studs coming out. Y'all need to really think about getting a quarterback over there because he's not the answer. Y'all got too many weapons. Y'all got Justin Jefferson and all these guys, these receivers. Get you a quarterback. Get you somebody who can get that ball to them guys consistently. You need a quarterback. And that's my take on that. Also, man, of course, Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles had a bye this week because they're the number 1 seeded team, but they had a bye this week. So I'm really excited to see the winner of the the Dallas Cowboys and the San Francisco team that's going to probably go up against the Philadelphia Eagles. So I am waiting on that game. I think I said that right. Am I right? Oh, they had a bye, so I'm sorry. So they probably playing New York or somebody, right? Right, with Tampa Bay, San Francisco, and Dallas. So it's probably going to be New York and Philly. I think that's who it is. So yeah. Philadelphia and Philly. So I'm in Chicago. I mean, Lord, Eric, what's going on? Philadelphia and New York will be playing this week because Philly had a bye last week. So I'm ready to see Jalen get back on the field and see what they're going to do, man, right there next week with the NFL playoffs continue to see who's going to be going to the Super Bowl. Once again, it's your boy Big E right here on the Listen If You Will Faith-Based Sports Radio Show. We'll be right back after these messages from our sponsor. Let's go.
Yo, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? You are tuned in to the Listen If You Will radio show, and I must give a shout out to my amazing sponsor, my label, the number one indie label in the country, A&P Records, for sponsoring this amazing show. Ladies and gentlemen, it's brought to you by A&P Records. They afford me and my guy Big E the privilege to share what's going on in the world of sports, in the world of news that's going on all over the world. Shout out to A&P Records again. So you guys keep it locked and make sure you check out A&P Records. Let's go! My God, my God. There were times when I wanted to give up on you. Believed you were there, but I couldn't feel you. Then you stepped in, you came to see me through. You never left me. Even though I made my share of mistakes, I never paid the price that I should have paid. You never left me, nor did you forsake me. Lord, you never gave up on me. When I avoided your plan and I gave up and ran, you kept me. When I was sinking like quicksand, Lord, you threw out your hand, you kept me. When I trusted in man, didn't give you a chance, you kept me. Kept me. Kept me. Said I've been in church all of my life. I didn't learn your word, but how to disguise. I try to look good in other people's eyes, but you still kept me. Because of your love, I'm running back to you. Because of your grace, I want to say thank you. Lord, you're so faithful, and I'm so grateful that you never gave up on me. When I avoided your plan, gave up and ran, you kept me. When I was sinking like quicksand, Lord, you threw out your hand, you kept me. When I trusted in man, didn't give you a chance, you kept me. You kept me. You kept me. Said he's able to keep us from falling, and he'll present us falling before the presence of his glory. Hey, no matter what it feels like, even in your darkest nights, I just want to testify that my God is right here by your side. You never gave up on me. When I avoided your plan and I gave up and ran, you kept me. When I was sinking like quicksand, Lord, you gave me your hand, you kept me. Yes, you did. When I trusted in man, didn't give you a chance, you kept me. You kept me. 'Cause you're a keeper. Thank you for your grace, my God. Thank you for your mercy, my Lord. You kept me. Yeah, yeah. It was your blood that kept me. Your love that kept me. Your grace that kept me. It kept me.
Shout out to our sponsor, man. A&P Records, man, home of the Titus Showers, man. Boss lady Regina Showers Garden. Shout out to our sponsor, A&P Records. And also to our network that we're affiliated with, Praise.fm. Shout out to Miss Dr. Alicia Middleton, Dr. Lady Rain, for giving us the opportunity and the platform to showcase our show, man. We appreciate you. This is from your boy Big E right here on the Listen If You Will Faith and Sports Radio Show. And that was Mr. Lamont Sanders. He kept me right here on the Listen If You Will Faith in Sports radio show. Mr. Lamont Sanders was actually a part of Titus's Christmas special that aired during the Christmas holidays. Mr. Lamont Sanders, we had Donnie Klang from Making the Band. He was signed to Bad Boy Records back in the day. And then we had another young lady, and I'm sorry, ma'am, I don't remember your name, but we had her as well. And one and only Mr. Jamera Campbell. They were all featured on Titus's Christmas special that we aired back in back in December, the 23rd, 24th, 25th. Some people aired it all the way to the first of the year. So we want to thank you guys for doing that for us. Shout out to Dr. Rain. Shout out to everybody affiliated with the Listen If You Will Faith in Sports radio show. So we're going to get back in it right quick, guys. We're going to get back in it. This is my HBCU moment right here. That's right. We're going to shout out my HBCUs and give them some light right quick. First of all, I want to start off with First of all, we're going to start off with the Jackson State Tigers. As we know, everybody know that the Jackson State Tigers is under a new regime. Coach Prime has left and took the job over at Colorado Buffaloes over there in Colorado. So we already know that. And you know what? It's been a lot of mixed emotion, mixed feelings of sort because of Coach Prime leaving Jackson State and heading over to Colorado to a Power 5. So, I have some mixed feelings about it as well. But, I haven't gotten the whole gist of what happened, why he moved and all that. I already knew that when Coach Prime came to Jackson State that he wasn't there to stay. We knew that. Anybody with common sense would know that Deion Sanders was not at the SWAC school to stay. He came in, his word is dominate. He did what he had to do and he got on. But I have some mixed feelings about that, because I've been listening to some various shows, various platform podcasts, so on and so forth. And some people have had some very interesting arguments about, how everything went down and, in reference to Coach Prime and his departure from Jackson State. There were some things that were said in reference to monies at the gate. I think the gate took in 60,000 fans and something, but ticket sales only reflected 29,000 tickets sold. It was a couple things that actually came out. I mean, I'm not privileged to know exactly what happened or what was said about whatever. It's a lot of speculation out there. But what I do like about what Prime did is he came and he garnered attention to our SWAC division, our HBCUs, and for that I'm grateful for it because to me it shouldn't have taken Deion Sanders to come in and make that happen, but I'm grateful that he came in and did it. We have a lot of these coaches and people in upper management here at these universities that put self first and not put the school and the kids first. And that's all over the HBCU. That's not just Jackson State. That's Southern University. That's Florida A&M. That's Spelman, Morehouse, Morris Brown. They're Edward Waters in Jacksonville. I've actually lived in Jacksonville and I've actually been on that campus. That campus is very deprived of a lot of things, and I fault the administration and the people there. I mean, Coach Prime came in and like I said, he actually brought a lot of attention to HBCUs and to our SWAC division, and I appreciate him for that. I hope that he left a impact on these administrators and these coaches and things of that sense to go on and continue to fight, and keep the HBCUs out there like on game day with McAfee and all these guys come to ESPN, comes to Jackson State. I remember seeing them at the Southern University Jackson State game. I've never seen that before, when they came to Baton Rouge. So I have my opinion, and I appreciate what Coach Prime did, and I'm wishing him nothing but the best up in Colorado because he's going from HBCU or SWAC to a Power 5 conference or division or whatever you want to call it, and it's going to be a little different. But I think he's going to go with the same mentality that he had in Jackson State to Colorado, and I think he's going to be a force to reckon with if he go with the same mentality. I mean, his recruiting his recruiting has not stopped. I mean, of course, everybody knew that Travis Hunter was going to follow. His child was going to follow. Shador was going to follow. And now Shiloh has followed, and his daughter followed. So, and they're still coming in. You know, they were talking about it, and you know, I was like, y'all think that these guys that came to Jackson State for Coach Prime is not going to follow him to Colorado? If you think that they're not, then you're sadly mistaken. And they did just that. They traveled with Coach Prime because they came to Jacksonville, or Jackson State rather, for Coach Prime and with Coach Prime. So again, on my HBCU moment, my swag moment, man, I want to shout out Coach Prime for everything that he's done for our division and for our schools. And I just employ the administrators and the people that are left there that's working in the SWAC and in the HBCUs to continue to strive for excellence for our universities, man. It says historically black and college universities. Historically black college universities. One more time. Historically black college university. That says a lot. That's our schools, guys. We need to do the work to keep our schools going. And before I leave for my HBCU moment, there was one other topic of discussion that came up about a week or two ago in reference to Ed Reed over at Bethune-Cookman. And Ed had some issues going over there. It was some comments made about the lack of, I guess, the university, the facilities, and so on and so forth. I remember seeing Ed. He had a rant about the conditions over at Bethune-Cookman, and the fact that he was working. He had been working there for a week and hadn't gotten a contract yet. He said he'd been on campus a week and hadn't got a contract yet. So a lot of people had their opinion of what happened with Ed and his rant that when he went off about the conditions and this and that and the other in reference to the school. But you know, I don't think that I don't know. It's more to it than that, man. I mean, you know, he said these words. Coach Prime wasn't lying about HBCUs, you know. And what's sad about it is not only at these schools, man. I'm a diehard Southern University fan, and I know for a fact that things could be done a lot much better at these schools. And Ed went off. He apologized because he had an explicit tirade criticizing the university and the school and the faculty and so on and so forth. He said he at the school, I think his first week, and him and the football player was out picking up trash. You know, their facilities aren't the best facilities. You know, but again, I feel like Ed was entitled to what he said, but I feel like he should have handled it in a better manner than what he did. I just think that, you know, when we're up in front and the media is all in our face, man, we got to conduct ourselves a certain way. I know you was frustrated by some things that he seen, but we can't get out here and make ourselves look like plum fool. You know, that's one of the things we can't do that. And you know, I hope that Ed has, you know, they said he apologized. They say he apologized, and that's cool. I'm glad he apologized. But we can't continue to do that because it makes us look crazy. Because I don't know what, you know, it makes us look real silly, real stupid. Because we don't have to get out there and act in the way that Ed did, you know, to display your frustration. There's different ways that we can get our point across without being fools. And I just feel like, you know, Ed has learned from this. You know, he's you know, he a guy, he from where I'm from. You know, Ed is from Louisiana, you know, and you know, we tend to we get mad now over here now. You know, we don't do things the right way, we're gonna call you out on it. So I feel like Ed he just didn't display it in the proper way. And that's just my opinion. Like I said, I'm just giving my opinion on it. You know, I am entitled to my opinion. I just feel like it could have been handled a different way. You know, hopefully Ed has learned from this and going into coaching on this type of level, especially for our HBCUs. we got to conduct ourselves as black and brown people in a certain way. So shout out to Ed Reed, man. Like I said, he's a homeboy right here from, I think Ed is from, I want to say Destrehan, Louisiana, which is not too far from me, maybe about 35 minutes up the road. But I hope that Ed has, he's figured out a way to display his frustration instead of doing it the way he did it, because we have to support our own and we have to protect our own. And we have to protect these HBCUs. This is us. This is our legacy, man. This is ours. You know what I'm saying? This is ours, and we have to fight to keep the integrity in place. And if we don't do it, who's going to do it? So once again, man, shout out to my HBCU. This has been an HBCU moment brought to you by the Listen If You Will Faith and Sports Radio Show with me, your guy, Big E. Shout out to my dude Titus over there in Cancun, man. He living it up, man. Man, oh Lord, man. But it's all good, man. Enjoy yourself, bro. And we'll be back right after these. Y'all stay tuned.
Hearts are broken. Eyes all filled with tears. From the words unspoken. Mind all full of fear. Lord, we know you can do it. Change all that's wrong to right. Put it all on the table. Save our lives. Put it all in your hand. You understand. We need help and you can. No better than. No one better than. Put it all in your hand. World's going crazy. Can't find peace nowhere, no. It's looking bad and hazy. So we come before you and pray. We know you can do it. Change all that's wrong to right. We put it all on the table.
Once again, I want to thank you guys for tuning in today to the Listen If You Will Faith in Sports radio show with me, your guy, Big E, the co-host, and my guy, Titus Showers, who is on the beach in Cancun. Yeah. I feel like that. Yeah, I feel like that. That's right. I feel like that. But it's all good, man. Shout out to my dude, man. I hope he's enjoying himself. Him and his new bride, man. I congratulate them again. I congratulate him for having me to be a part of this platform. Shout out to our sponsors, A&P Production, the #1 indie label in the country. Shout out to the boss lady, Regina Showers Garden. Shout out to Lady Dr. Rain, Dr. Alicia Middleton, and Praise.fm, Khalid Lundy over there at Uni ETV. Man, shout out to everybody. O&M Family Care, my man Tim, man. Shout out to all our sponsors, Star Driving Academy, Tabitha, Tillis. Shout out to everybody, man. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. And we implore everybody out here that's listening to us, man, to continue to support the Listen If You Will Faith in Sports radio show. We are just here trying to praise the name of God, and we're trying to do it through sports and through music. So you guys, y'all keep it locked, man, and we appreciate y'all. We're going to leave y'all with this song, man. Since my guy, you know, he's out there chilling, we're going to leave you with his song. You know, his song that's suitable. Y'all keep supporting it, man. Here's my guy, Titus Showers, with Name on it right here on the Listen If You Will Faith in Sports radio show. Let's go.
Prepare just for me, yeah. I decree and I declare it by faith. It's got my name on it. You say
There's a blessing just for me. It's prepared just for me.
so. I decree
it and declare it.
it's got my name on it. Oh, he's holding it for me, and he tailored it for me, so nobody can claim it. It's got my name. Ooh, there's a blessing
Just for me.
prepared for me.
Just for me.
I decree and it's got my name. Come on, everybody, right where you are. I want you to know he's holding.
It's holding it for me.
Yes, he is. He tailored it.
He tailored
Oh, ooh, and nobody. It's got my name. Yeah. Come on, say he's holding it. I'm glad to know he tailored it just for me. Nobody. Yeah. God, a blessing with my name on it. Come on, all night. So I'm speaking life. I'm speaking to the mountains, claiming my promise. It's got my name on it. I'm speaking life. I'm speaking to the mountains, claiming my promise. It's got my name on it.
I'm speaking life.
Yeah.
I'm speaking to the mountains. I know where you're in my promise.
Come on.
It's got my name.
We gon' stay right here.
I'm speaking life.
Come on.
I'm speaking to the mountains.
Claiming my promise.
Claiming my promise.
It's got my name.
It's got my name.
Let's go.
I'm speaking life. I'm speaking to the mountains. I know
Gotta move.
where you're in my
Lord got my name, got my name. I'm so glad he got my name. Yes, he does.